Where you at, sissy boy?
Giants and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Where you at, sissy?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sissy boy, where you at?
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chain.
Fag boy, where you at? Nigga, my shit is on. Hello? Nigga, my joint say that it's connected, so I don't know why you can't hear me, but I can hear myself and everything.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. first down, it's Gurley. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on second down, Olsen.
Oh, come on.
Picked off by Nate Gehring. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. And the defense could not have run a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
That was some straight bullshit.
Now for the point after.
That was some straight bullshit.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear. But it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39, green 39. Gone, 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 gone.
To throw again, Olsen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Back to throw. Olsen. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Yeah, nigga, you done pissed me off.
Good, 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 good.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. On the counter, Gurley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays, exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over.
The first carry for the former Navy Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
That was a good call. That was a good call. I can't be mad at that. I fucked that up.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Off play action. Olsen.
The fuck?
Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the kick by Rosas is good.
Bullshit, man.
On the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
action now. Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Maul, what the
Problems
fuck?
right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Set. 319. 319. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Over.
Operating from the gun. Olsen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Damn, that shit was my
Charles
fault.
Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants.
That was all my
Football
fault.
here
My
as we
fault, my
begin
fault, my
quarter number
fault.
2.
That's all
They
good.
face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Over.
Off the play fake. Olsen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. 319. 319. Watch it now, Barney.
Off play action. Olsen. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
All right,
Here's
dog.
the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Flex round.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, they run with Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Leopard. Detroit!
Following the fumble recovery, Olsen.
Oh, come on, man.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And a these guys will get the football back.
Man, that's some bullshit.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Oh, fuck.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Flex round.
set now on second down.
I just told you that fuck where it was going.
After a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey. Four down.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Four down. Flex round.
A give to Howard.
That was my fault.
And past the 30 down to about the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was my fault. God damn it. Hit the
2
wrong button.
minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, boys, got four down. Come on, let's go.
A give to Howard running left. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flex round. Ohio. Flex round.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Flex round. Ohio.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun for Sam. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Flex round!
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
I'm about to punish this man.
Extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
On 1st down, Olsen. Caught left side. him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Back into that Philly. Here we go.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Rosas puts this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Runs through the contact. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Again, it's Howard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
All time out, dude. Yeah.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38 8-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
This motherfucker here, man.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Play fake. Olsen rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit! 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 Over!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
From the gun, Olsen. Pressure, and he's
I'm throwing the fucking ball, y'all. Come on.
This is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like
Fucking
to say.
seen this shit, and I'm throwing the ball, dog.
Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And they, oh my God, yeah.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Give to Jones. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Brissett. Oh, incomplete.
Come on,
the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Fights out the defender. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh, come on, man.
And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They pitch out to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Kamale Correa.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Brissett. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is
Oh, come on.
Touchdown, Bears. In for the score. And the Bears capitalize draws on the fumble and turn it into 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Shit don't make no sense, man.
Throwing on first down. Olsen. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Looking to throw. Olsen. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Detroit! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw. Olsen. And that is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough
Knew what the
legs
fuck he
underneath
was
him.
doing,
Mechanics
right?
might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Oh, shit.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hey, check 24! Check 24!
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, come on.
And he is in. Touchdown,
He right the fuck there, dog. Come on.
Big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Can't even be mad at that shit.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Olsen to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Olsen. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Olsen. He finds Beckham, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Olsen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Motion! Watch it now, Barney!
Throwing again. Olsen.
Come on, he didn't even put his fucking hands up, man.
Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys
Oh,
will get the
come
football
on,
back.
dog. Y'all bojangling out here like, I
This defensive
don't
pressure's
know
been
what.
constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A give left side to Howard. Room past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he powers his way up past the 30. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ohio! 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 Bring it! Bring it! Flex round! Flex round!
A second down throw for Brissett. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, here's Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man complete. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Olsen. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Come here. All right.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on first down. Olsen. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Olsen. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed
Come here.
better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the
Start
end
getting
zone.
yourself together because I'm almost done and we can get ready to
Might be
leave.
using
So
that
put some
formula
clothes
going
on.
forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked
All
very
right.
well.
And tell Dana to pack
and
her
his
stuff
field
up.
general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley.
Nobody
He is
blocked.
not going to get in here.
Nobody
so the
blocked.
decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Rosas now
shit,
to
I
kick
fucked
this
that
one
up.
away.
That's going out of bounds. Like I said, I fucked that up. I fucked that
And that
up.
drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Now Howard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught.
Come the
Inside 10.
fuck on, y'all. Keep letting them
Time
get
for a
this
break.
bullshit.
We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. 56 right there. 56.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Hut!
Here's Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Wide open receiver complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. And even 50 yards. On 1st and 10, Olsen. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
No fucking way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Can you what? I can't hear you. Hold on.
Looking to throw. Olsen.
Now what?
Incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long
bring it with. No, not to the moon. We're going in there to get some pants and roll out. Nah, we're not doing all that. Come on now. We're not like we're going to the park. You be just tripping. Why you be tripping on that? You be tripping sometimes. I need some space anyway, so I'm not gonna take it. Y'all ready? She packed up? She got all her stuff?
So that'll back him up 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
Oh, God. Oh. God damn.